Guys, inside of this package there is a project that I've worked for a long time on, and I'm really excited to show you what's inside. This is the first time I'm gonna see it for myself, and yeah, very exciting. I am really curious how it turned out, so let me open the box. I just received it yesterday and I couldn't wait to get it opened. Okay, yeah, it's bigger than I expected it to be, which is great. I love the hardcover. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the little details on the spine. It looks really amazing, so I'm really curious and excited to have a look inside. This is a book that we've worked together with the publishing house DDK and Penguin Random House, and originally it was supposed to be a collaboration with a very big museum in the States, but sadly, because of the reasons that I can't mention, this collaboration ended, but still we followed through with the book. Really excited to see how it looks on the inside. Those are the opening papers. I, of course, can't show you the whole book, how it looks, but I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite illustrations here. So this is a book directed and designed for children. My favorite thing about this book was that it combined in a very nice way fiction and non-fiction, if I can call it like that, because it's all about mystical beasts, about legends and creatures that didn't really exist, we have no evidence of, but still this is something that all of us learn about in school. So it was really fun to make and to create, because there were some artistic representation of those animals and of those beasts and creatures and characters, but still those aren't really sources that are really scientific. So in some cases I have a lot of room to kind of really explore, and I was given a lot of creative freedom, which is amazing. And in some cases there were really pretty strict demands on how the characters and certain animals and creatures and beasts should look like. So that was really interesting to work with all those sources of information and all those amazing references. And this is one of the illustrations that I wanted to show you. It was, for example, here it was completely up to me to imagine those characters. And let me show you how this illustration looks digitally. So I'm gonna grab my iPad. Okay, that's the one. So you can see that there is a lot of details. For us, it was really important to make the book and the characters and the situations dynamic, to go well with the text. You will see that on every page, on every spread, because the book is divided in short 2-page stories about each character and hero and beasts, paired with those decorative frames. This was completely up to me to come up with, which was a lot of fun, because it was a great exercise to kind of combine nicely the motifs and the colors and also the intensity of details and how complex I wanted to make them, together with the story and with illustrations that went with the text. This, for example, I know that all of you will be familiar with. I want to find it. I'm really loving the book. This is the first time I'm seeing it, and it really looks amazing. I'm looking for one particular story, which is this one. So here, for example, my task was to illustrate a Pegasus, and you will see this very traditional Greek ornaments that I paired here, decided to pair it with classical Greek columns to kind of go nicely with it all. It was really great to work on those illustrations, because as I mentioned, I was giving a lot of creative freedom here, so it was up to me to decide how, together obviously with the text, knowing how much space on each page the text would take, to decide how much I can play with illustrations, how big they should be, how much space I can take up with them. So yeah, this was really great to kind of have that experience and have that decisions to make. And once again, I'm going to show you the same illustration in digital. And this is how it looks like. So here it was important for us to kind of have that movement of the flying horse, those elements and little details that can kind of go with the text, and so that it all flows together nicely. One of my favorite story is this one. I know I saw it already. This is, I think, the one that I took the most space for my illustrations. Maybe that's why those are my favorite ones. It's this one. So here, for example, my task was to represent this magical city that's described in the story. And here I decided to basically take up both pages and create this city kind of under the water, only with a few houses left on top of the rocks of the mountains. Obviously, for example, here we had to have in mind that it's important for the text to still be clear and easy to read. So that went together with the shade of the color that I wanted to use in the background. So those are all the kinds of things that I was very careful for. And for example, here you will see that those ornaments and those borders that go around each page here are quite simple to kind of give all the focus and attention to the illustration and all the little details. So that's, I think, one of my top 5 favorite illustrations. And another one for this story is this one. Here I kind of hijacked this page and kind of decided that I really wanted it to be a full page. This is how I imagine it to be, to make this really magical creature kind of pop up on the page. And I'm really happy that I was allowed and given freedom and space to do it for this illustration. Definitely one of my favorite ones. An amazing thing about an illustrator's job is that you get to see your work out in the wild, in the bookstores around the world, so that's amazing. And also for me, right now, seeing all of those illustrations and this amazing book in print, in person, is really great, because I get to see for the first time how this whole project came to be and turn out, and how it looks as a physical object, so that's really amazing. For example, there are many of those small spot illustrations. For this one, for example, there was no reference whatsoever, so I got the pleasure to come up with all the characters in those cases. Here you've got this little rabbit with a horn and a dragon together. From what I've seen so far, I'm in love with this book. It's a shame that this collaboration that we had at the beginning with the big New York museum didn't work out, but the book is still amazing. It looks amazing. Huge thank you to the amazing team that I worked with. All this book was made, all the illustrations were made by me. I made them in Procreate. You guys ask me a lot if Procreate is a professional enough program to do this kind of work, and as you can see, it definitely is. The whole book is made with Procreate. The colors remain the same. I can show you, for example, this beast that I came up with in a way. So you can see that this one is brighter just because of the light of the iPad, but still all the details, all the colors, all the textures are preserved. They look amazing. Yeah, I'm extremely happy. And this is definitely one of the projects that I'm from the last year, and also this one, that I'm really satisfied with and happy with. The book was just published, so I'm gonna leave you the link below this video so that you can check it out and get it if you want. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to show you more of it in the upcoming days. Guys, while we were editing the video, this arrived. I think those are more books, so let's open those. More copies of The Beasts just arrived. Really happy with those. So yes, thank you so much guys for watching this video and for unpacking together with me my new book. Thanks a lot for being here, and I see you in the next one. Bye!